Oh.
But today we're going to do some science with a volcano, and I'm going to tell your mommies and daddies everything you need so you can do it by yourself at home, okay?
Woohoo!
All right, so put this away.
Make a volcano, Dada.
Hi guys, here I am. How are you today?
Good.
What were you going to say?
Good. All right, let me get my computer where I want it because it's not the camera I wanted for you, but it's going to have to do. All right, what do I have here?
I will be right back.
Okay. Here I have a volcano, and this is a special volcano because it actually opens up so we can see what the inside of a volcano looks like. Did you know that's what the inside of a volcano looks like?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did?
you did. You've seen the inside of a volcano before, Jack?
I don't think so. That's super cool.
I read all books of it.
So before we do our
you read a
science,
book
we're going
about
to
it?
talk about this a little bit. And I know my picture's not very good, but my other camera wasn't working. All right, there's lots of parts to a volcano. And before we can do any science, we got to know what these parts are. So I'm going to get a little closer. All right, you guys see it okay?
Yeah.
All right. So right here, this little part right here at the very top, this is called a vent. Does anybody know what a vent is?
No.
No? We have vents all over the place. You probably have a vent in the room you're sitting in right now. A vent is a place for air to come out of. So if you have a heater in your house or an air conditioner in your house,
I
you
have
have a vent. Now, all volcanoes, are they hot or cold?
Hot.
They're hot. So this vent lets some of the extra hot air out, because if all the hot air got stuck inside of it, the volcano would explode. So this vent, and there's one over here too, they help the hot air come out. All right? And here we have something called a dike, and that's the path that the vent takes. All right? Over here, we're gonna talk about this one. You see how there's some gray and then some brown and some gray and some brown? Those are called strata. Can you say strata?
Strata.
Good job. And strata are just layers of old lava that dried up and got hard like rock, and then new lava came and it dried up, and then more lava came and it dried up, so it made all of these layers. All right, now this part right here, you see that kind of dark red part?
Yeah.
That's called the crust.
Volcano boy.
Yeah, this crust is just like a pizza crust or crust on bread. It's the part that protects the strata and all the dirt and where we live from the super duper hot part in the middle of Earth.
Yeah.
So this crust is what's protecting us from hot, 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 hot lava coming all over the place. Did you know that? And then in here, we have something. Yeah, you knew that? You guys are so smart. I knew you knew all about these things. This, we have what's called the upper and the lower mantle. And can you tell what color those are?
Red.
They're red, yellow, and orangey. They look kind of like fire, don't they? Those mantles are what hold it's called magma, okay? And that's the part that heats it up. Think about how your mommy or daddy, they might cook on your stove and they have to turn on a fire to make something hot on top of it. That's what this is doing. That is making what's in here hot. Do you guys know what's in here?
Lava.
Lava. It actually has a different name when it's still inside the volcano. It's called magma. Can you say magma? Magma. And so this magma is getting cooked by these mantles of fire, and it's getting cooked and cooked and cooked. And if you ever watch when your mommies or daddies are making like noodles, did you know that they turn on the water and then the water gets hot and it starts bubbling like that? That's what this is doing to this magma. And as it bubbles, it starts going up and up. Do you see the little bubbles? It goes up and up through this thing called a conduit, up and up and up and up and up. And when it comes out of the very top, it turns into lava. It's not called lava until it comes all the way out, and then it's going to come down. That is the inside of a volcano. Pretty cool, right?
So cool.
Do you guys want me to make this volcano have some pretend lava?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me put it together. All right, so now we have one big volcano. I'm going to put it back here so we can see it. All right, and here's the part that you guys, if your mommies and daddies are listening, we can do it again at home later, okay? So you're gonna need a couple ingredients. You're gonna need something called baking soda, and it's not like real soda, it's just white powder, kind of like a sugar-looking thing. You're going to need something called vinegar, and it can be regular vinegar, it can be apple cider vinegar. This is what we happen to have at the school. Any kind of vinegar will do. And that's all you need. But I want to make our lava look even more awesome. So I'm going to use some food coloring. I know it's kind of hard to see. Can you see what color that is?
Red.
Red, that's right. So we're going to make some red lava. And
Like
because
real.
I want to make it look really, really like bubbly, I'm also going to use some soap.
Ooh, fun.
And that's going to make it bubbly.
And
All right,
red
so
soap.
that is what we need. So the first thing we're going to do to make our experiment work is put some of this baking soda right inside our volcano. Okay? And I didn't really show you what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks kind of like something you would cook with, huh? Just some powder. Okay? And that's what's going to make our volcano look like it's exploding. And now, what I'm going to do, move. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of this vinegar, and it's really stinky. All right, it's going to make Miss Retta's classroom smell really bad. All right, so we're going to put some of this vinegar in here, just a little bit. It doesn't take very much. Moms and dads, I use about a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and that's a 1/4 cup of vinegar.
Baking soda.
Baking soda.
Soda.
I'm going to put in just a couple drops of my food coloring to make this a little bit red. And I know you didn't see that. So now it's red. It didn't used to be red.
And
But I also want our volcano to kind of be bubbly. So I'm going to take some soap, just a little tiny bit. And I just spilled it all over the classroom. It's a good thing we're sanitizing like every day. And I'm going to stir all those things together.
all that.
All right.
Okay,
Now,
Mom. It's bubbly.
does this look like lava yet?
Yeah.
Does this look like fruit punch? Yeah, it doesn't look like lava yet, but here's what we're going to do. And I'm going to get you guys as close as I can so you can see. All right. Here we go. Let's see what happens when we mix all of this stuff together. This is called science.
Science.
Whoa.
So Miss Sarah, I was right. I looked down for a minute. You added Dawn in with the vinegar and the red food dye.
I did, and those both are optional. They just make it look a little more lava-y.
Perfect. Yeah, we have.
But yeah, the vinegar and the
That's
baking
so
soda will do the
cool.
trick.
But we don't have any.
We have it. We can do it.
Yeah, what's really cool is you probably have this at home. And if I put a little bit more in, it's going to keep going.
We just have to find now.
Right.
It's called a chemical reaction. All right. And
What
so that's,
about you shake it?
if I shake it, I'm going to get my hands to turn red from the food coloring, and I'm probably going to make an even bigger mess on the room 2 table than I already did. So I'm not going to shake it.
So we'll try it at home and we'll send it to her.
I will go ahead and see if I put any more vinegar in.
Yes.
See if I can make it go a little bit more.
A lot. Whoa, it's going so fast.
Yeah.
Good job, Miss Sarah.
Good job, Miss Sarah.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I can't do it anymore because I have a special plate underneath this volcano, and I put in so much stuff, it's about to spill off my plate. So something
cool.
really cool, moms and dads, is to use a cup and have your children like decorate with Play-Doh outside and make their own volcano. Or you don't even have to put a cup in if you just put a big hole in the center of a Play-Doh volcano, and then you can do it. But that Play-Doh will be trashed when you're done because it's going to smell horrible.
Yeah. Great idea.
So let's
Okay.
all right.
It's going to be
That
a
was our
science day.
We got to learn a little bit about volcanoes and lava. Chemical reactions.
Whoa!
It's the Dawn that made it look bubbly. Otherwise,
So
it would have
cool.
just looked like water or fruit punch coming out the side.
Awesome.
It's some olive or anything else will
Cool.
work.
Yeah. And actually, if it
Yes.
helps,
Awesome.
is that the right direction for you guys to read? Can you read it, or should I send a picture later?
It's blurry.
Okay, I'll send a picture on Brightwheel in a minute of the actual directions from this kit. This particular volcano is $50 online, just so you know. But so that's why I said you should make it out of Play-Doh, because that's a lot cheaper, and you could also be making Play-Doh that way.
Yeah. Or even in a liter, like a soda bottle, right?
I want.
Any sort of bottle, or I used to do it out of a small like ramekin when I was a kid. My mom would do this. We just had the little tiny, little like ramekin type thing.
Okay, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
even like a regular water bottle. Did somebody already say that? A water bottle and then cover it.
Right, a water bottle would work.
Perfect.
But yeah,
Nice.
the taller the item is, the more vinegar you're going to have to use.
Okay.
So you're going to probably want to find something short.